The tragedy of the Indian residential schools has had a wide impact across this nation. For me personally, seeing the revelations of these graves that have been uncovered and hearing about the stories that have come out of this, this isn't anything that's new to the Indigenous people. This is something that we've known about for so long now, and I think the fact that there's this evidence now that is coming out has had a larger impact on our nation and the people who are learning about it. There's a great sadness that we feel, and a great grief and mourning and loss. There's going to take time to grieve. It's going to take a time of patience, and it might take quite a while. I think it is a good thing. There is good that comes from this, though. I think many of the tragedies that have happened to the Indigenous population in Canada in particular, it's something that's been almost covered up, like there's a bandage that's covered up, and then we're just hoping that it heals on its own. But we know that we can't just have something covered and expect it to heal. We need to be able to take off that bandage and let light and air get to that to have proper healing. And I think the revelation of the Indian residential schools and what has happened is almost like this bandage that's being taken off. And it can be really hard to look at. And it's going to take time for healing to happen. But now that it's uncovered, that's when we can actually start to see healing. So there is a lot of hope that comes from this as well throughout this tragedy. I do feel it's affected me personally. I think in Indigenous tradition, we consider ourselves to be a community, even throughout a nation. We're all connected. And so with that connection as a community throughout the country, we grieve as one. So I do feel that as well. It hurts to see people suffering and to see these stories come out about this tragedy. It also has impacted me in hurts where I see people having reactions towards the church, people feeling disappointment in the church or turning away from the church even. I think it's important for us to be able to separate the sins that have occurred from what we are taught in our tradition, which is to show Jesus' love to people. And so being able to communicate and speak with people about what the church is supposed to be rather than what it has turned into and what it has been is such an important part of this healing process as well. I deal with the pain and the tragedy through prayer. I'm an artist as well, so I do like to paint and to draw and to create things. So I find it very therapeutic to be able to work through my art, definitely through prayer, and some of that prayer comes through dance. I do powwow dancing, and I find that those times when I'm dancing that I feel very close to God, and I can be able to use those times for prayer and for blessing.